Hi there, it's Emma from Emma's Cards and Paper Crafts. Today's video we are video hopping along with the Stamp Around UK group, and we're also going to be doing one of my Frames and Flowers series as well. So I'm not even halfway through this paper pack yet, and I know we've done 3 projects. I'm pretty sure this is the 4th, because I know in my last video I got confused and said that was the 4th, but it was actually the 3rd. So this is my 4th. Today we're going to be making an exploding box card. So first things first, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that's 8 1/4 by 5. You're going to score that at 3 inches down the 5-inch side, and then you're going to score at 2, 4, 6 and 8, leaving you the 1/2 inch to make your seam. You're also going to need a piece that is 4 3/4 long by 1 3/4 wide. And then for the underneath of the box, you'll see in a minute, you're going to need 3 pieces that are 1 3/4 wide by 2 3/4 tall. And then for the top flaps that flap down, you're going to need 3 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And then for the backing, you're going to need one that's 1 3/4 wide by about 2 1/2. I just did this because I like the flowers at the top of the leaves, so it's just that it sits down into your box slightly, which I'll explain as well. And then you're going to need these 2 pieces here, which are 3 inches wide by 1 inch, and then you're going to score it 1/2 inch from either side, and they're going to be your interior what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't say shelves, but shelves works. I'll show you when we get there. So first things first, we're going to fold all of our edges on our box, like so. And then we're going to do a quick bit of cutting. So this tiny bit here we're not going to need. So first off, we're going to cut that out. I'm going to slightly notch this bit here, not too much, but just enough to make sure it's hidden when we go in there. And again, a tiny bit off this bit here, like that. And then we're going to cut down each of these lines here just to this cross point here. So while I have prepped most of my cutting and scoring already, I haven't planned how I'm going to make my bouquet as such for the exploding box part. So I've just got all of the appropriate pieces that might work out of the pack, like so. And fold all of those flaps back, fold this in half, and then we're going to glue down this side here. I'm going to give that a good burnish with my bone folder. Oh, if I can reach it out of my pot in front of me. So give that a good go along the edge there. Also with these edges, I'm going to give them a little bit of a good score as well, like so. So we're going to want to fold our box in half just so that we can make sure it's perfectly square once we've glued it. So we're going to pop the glue along the edge here. You don't want too much, just enough to keep it stuck. You don't want it oozing out the side. Sorry about that, I had to yell at the kids. It's summer holidays is full swing here, and they're being rather noisy downstairs despite me saying, please can you be on your best behaviour for like the next 10 minutes. So there we go, we've glued along that side now, and then our box is going to open up like so. So this one here is actually going to be our back, so that's going to stay up straight. And then inside here we're going to put our like shelf pieces, as I called them, like so. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on either side, and it is tricky getting them in there, but I'm yet to find a better way of doing this. So I tend to just hold them back and then slot it in and hope for the best. That one's not placed playing ball. So my first shelf I'm going to put right up against the back, just so that we've got a good guideline going along, like so. And then I'm going to do the same with the other one, and I'm going to butt the other one up right up against this one, so we know they're straight. A little bit here, a little bit here. And now the neighbours have decided to mow the lawn, so if it's not kiddies shouting and playing, then it's neighbours mowing the lawn. Right, so pop this one in here, just like so. Like that. So I'm going to give those a few minutes to stick. I've got some offcuts of my card here, so that if any of my pieces aren't long enough, I'm sure they will be, because they're ye tool anyway. I can always add some extras. So I'm going to put a nice bouquet or two at the front. I think maybe I'll just go with, let's see how many of these we've got. Got 2 different smaller ones. Yeah, I might give it the 2 smaller ones. Sort of like so, maybe. Maybe just one in the middle. Quite like that one in the middle, actually. And then maybe we'll put this bigger one. Maybe we won't. I think I'm going to go more leaves, I think. Like so. So you want a couple facing this way, a couple facing that way. To put a couple of these spriggy bits in as well. That one's quite a nice tall one for the back. I think that one instead of that one. Maybe maybe a little one for closer to the front. We'll see. While this is gluing, we're going to actually start gluing on the fronts and sides. So your 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 pieces are going to go on the bottom here. So that's what we're going to do first. Pop these ones to one side because they're the ones I don't think I'm going to use. I might use a couple of the flowers though. And let's get these glued on the back. So I've gone for more of the plain pattern for the bottom of my box because it looks more vase-like, if you get my drift. So it looks like a pattern it could be on a vase. So there's one. There's 2. So you're going to be putting these on the front and the sides. The back is going to be where your piece of either white or cream cardstock is going to go. I'm using very vanilla actually, only because I have run out of white cardstock. So now we're going to lay that on its front. We need to stamp a sentiment on here before we do anything else. I did have one out and I think I've gone and accidentally put it away. Yeah. Oh, this one might work. This one seems to be one of my favourites at the moment. Just about squeezes on there. So let's get a stamp block. So this is the happy birthday from the which suite is it? Unbounded Love stamp set. So we are going to stamp happy birthday with Memento Tuxedo Black. And this ink pad's kind of been a bit up and down with me recently. Most of the time it tends to be quite dry, and then last week when I was using it, it was just super juicy all of a sudden. we're going to stamp happy birthday right in the middle, because you can never have too many birthday things ready to go. Literally, I swear I'm always looking for a birthday card. So I'm going to glue this on. Like so. So there's your space to write your message, greeting, whatever you want to call it, when you make your or write your card out. Just trying to make sure my shelfy bits inside are well and truly stuck. So there we go, so you can see them inside now. So we're going to turn it around and we're going to look at the front now, and then we've got 3 pieces of DSP to stick on here. Let me just find my correct pieces. So we've got the 3 1.5 by 1.5 pieces, so I can't get hold of them. I'm gonna flip these over. Must have a little bit of glue on my finger there. Yep, definitely have a bit of glue on there. So these are going on here, here and here, but I'm also going to get a bit picky because that one doesn't have any flowers on. Pretty sure there's 2 with flowers and 1 with just leaves. Yeah, so we're going to put the leaves one up the right way. I have glue on my finger and I've just got glue on the front there. Like so. I'll push that one down hard in a minute. I've put this one down, make sure this one's up the right way. So the cardstock I'm using today is Pretty Peacock. Just in case I didn't already say that, I don't think I did. But I just thought I'd pick one of the colours I don't normally use. And actually this whole paper pack, the frames and flowers, is not one with colours that I would normally use. So it's kind of going out of my comfort zone a little bit. I just loved how the paper pack came with DSP and ephemera pieces. So next thing is this piece here, which is going to be sticking on the back here. So that's why you want it a little bit longer, just so it goes down into your box slightly. So there we go. So when you put your card in your envelope, you fold it flat like this. So now when it comes to putting our flower arrangement inside, or leaf arrangement inside, we need to try and make sure that our pieces don't come too far outside of the card, otherwise it won't fit in the envelope that well. So let's start at the back. I think I know I want my flowers in the front, so they're probably going to go right about here. So that's going to be my front, and I might even put these 2 at the front either side. And that one's looking a little bit short to me actually. Perhaps we'll go with, oh, that's too many of those sort of leaves. Get rid of that short one. Then on the back we're going to do those ones. Oh no, that one. That one. Yeah, I think that's how we do it. So the back I'm going to put these 2 leaves. Sort of like so. They're kind of be meeting in the middle, I think. Like so. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue on the back there, holding them like that. Because that's exactly how I want them. So I'm going to make sure I've got plenty of glue on there. Doesn't matter if it overspills a little bit or comes out when I press down on it, because you won't be able to see it. Then just check that your box still folds flat with it carefully. Don't push down too hard to start with, because otherwise you might end up gluing your box shut if you do have a little bit of overspilling glue. Actually, I'm changing my mind already, because I do want more going on. Might go with these two actually instead of these two. So just going out of the box slightly. If I hold them like that, yeah, that's not too far out of the box when we close it. So I'm going to hold them. Let's put the big one in first. I think the best bet. Come on, glue, you're a brand new one. There we go. I think I might have just left it open for too long at some point. Yeah, we're going to put this one just here on our second kind of shelfy piece, like so. And this one I'm going to pop just in front slightly, so I'm going to put a bit of glue in here, so it doesn't actually have to be stuck to the shelf, but as long as it's stuck to the other one. I'm pretty sure there's probably a more technical term for those pieces in the middle, but we're going to call them shelves because they are shelves. You put things on shelves, and I'm putting them on shelves, and they're on different heights, so they're shelves. And then we're going to add our flowers at the front here. That flower might be a bit too big, I think. Maybe this one here. I think they're both equally as big. I think we're going to go this one. So this time we're going to want to put the glue on the front actually, because we're sticking it to the front of the box rather than one of our shelf pieces. There we go, not too much glue. All fingers and thumbs. Like so, and then I've got these little spriggy bits, which I'm going to put one either side like this and like this. So I might just put the glue just on those two, or the first set of leaves. Just like that. Not too much, but enough. And then we're going to hold those nice and tight there, like so. Same again the other side. There we go. So there you go, you can see our nice little bouquet. So even if you've got it slightly to the side either side, you've still got quite a full arrangement in there. And then last thing we're going to do, I'm actually bringing out the Irresistible Blooms online exclusive stamp set, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping with that. So I've got a scrap of Very Vanilla here, just a leftover piece from the previous project. Oh, I've just seen some orange flowers in here. I might add a couple of flowers in a minute. Those two will do. We're going to stamp in Pretty Peacock the smaller of the two flowers, but I'm going to stamp off so it's not too dark. So let's get an old piece of paper here. So this is just the back of one of my dimensional sheets that's nearly all used up, and I'm going to use that bit in a minute anyway. So I'm going to stamp off. Now I need to think, don't I? Put it close to one of the edges, like so. Even with stamping off, they're still reasonably dark. darker than I would have liked actually, but we're going to go with it. We're going to use the, let me put my ink away before I go and put my hands in it, 1 3/4 inch punch, because our box is 2 inches wide, so I don't want to go any wider than 1 3/4 inches, and this is the smallest circle punch we've got anyway. And I'm going to punch out that flower but off centre so that we've got space for the sentiment to go next to it and slightly overlapping it. I also want quite a bit of my flower in there as well, like so maybe. There we go. So you can see where I went off centre there. And then we are going to use the Hooray It's Your Day from the Irresistible blooms as well. We're going to stamp that just about here probably, or maybe, yeah, because I don't want it to be over my flower. Perhaps we'll do it over here like so. And we're going to stamp that in the Tuxedo black again. Sorry, kids are yelling again. So let's get this done quickly. So, hooray, it's your day. That's alright, you can still see the black over the pretty peacock. Put the stamp out the way, put that out the way. Actually we need this. We're going to cut a couple of pieces of the dimensionals off and just pop on the back of here like so, and then peel, and then we're going to put the Hooray It's Your Day on the front of our box here. Just, it is slightly under the flap, but you can still see the Hooray It's Your Day. And then I'm just going to add in these 2 lovely flowers I just found. I'm going to use a bit of dimensional to stick them on, I think. So here we go. Haven't decided where these go in mind. Just randomly sticking them on. So I'm going to put this one here, I think. There we go, and then I might put the other one back here. There we go. So never waste any of your dimensionals. Can always be used. And let's face it, they're too expensive to waste. So, and there we have it. So when it's folded flat like this, it's almost the same size as a normal card. Alternatively, you can fold it the other way, and almost the same amount sticking out. Either way, that shouldn't make too much difference. It should still fit in a standard envelope. And then when it's up, it's like this. And of course, you've got your space on the back to write your message. I think that's just super cute. And it's just a nice little 3D project. So the theme for the Stamp Around UK hop this time was a 3D project. I don't think I said that at the beginning. I'm just trying to go as fast as I can because literally the deadline is 10 o'clock tonight and I'm recording this at 4:15. So it's a last minute video for me this time. So that's why I prepped all of my card ahead of time, because I didn't want my video to be too long, even though it's probably going to be about 20 minutes as it is. Because the longer the video, the longer it takes to upload, and that's just a nightmare. So there we are, there's our project. So this is project number 4 of my Frames and Flowers series as well. I'll be putting it on the Frames and Flowers playlist, and hopefully you've enjoyed this project. I will I'll try and get all the measurements written in the description as well. If you do want the measurements though, and I haven't managed to get them in there, I have said them all in the video, which I know is a pain in the bum, but I will try and get them written down, or message me and I will get them to you ASAP. But thank you for watching, and do go and check everybody else's links below and see their other lovely 3D projects from the rest of the Stamp Around UK team. And I hope you've enjoyed today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.